When I rode my bicycle all over the French countryside for nearly 3 months, I camped and all over the place. The French countryside's amazing for camping. People don't have fences. You can just camp wherever the hell you want. People don't seem to care. It was amazing. It was awesome. But, one thing really stood out to me. The stinky freaking diesels were everywhere. Black soot, even in the countryside, everyone wanted a diesel. Diesel was the thing. Well, guess what? A lot has changed since I was there, only around 11 years ago. Diesels are dying not a slow death, a fast death in France, of all places. Diesel-loving France. France and Sweden, EVs hit new record highs. And as you might expect, Tesla just spanked the pants off off all of its rivals. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. It's great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Sam Evans, and I'm the Electric Viking. I love what's going on in France and Sweden, or at least what's been trending over the last 6 months in those two countries. Sweden has hit a new all-time record, and what that means is that 60% of all cars in Sweden were fully electric. 60%. Basically, Sweden is becoming the new Norway. So soon we're not going to be saying, oh, look at Norway, look what they're doing. And everyone goes, yeah, we've all heard about Norway. It's going to be, look at what Sweden and Norway are doing. And then we're going to add someone else to that name. And it's going to be like, look what they're doing. Look what all these different countries are doing. Taking the EV world by storm. 59.2% to be exact. Sweden's June car market saw plug-in EVs take 59.2%. That's up from 55% year on year. Full electrics grew their share. Plug-in hybrids retreated. Plug-in hybrid sales went down. Fully electrics went up. Best-selling car in Sweden in the month of June, once again, was the Tesla Model Y. So in Sweden, diesels are also equally unpopular. They represent only 8% of the entire car market now. 2,277 sales. Petrol cars represent 23%. Fully electric cars represent 39%, and plug-in hybrids represent 20.5%. And I think one of the reasons why plug-in hybrids still have a decent amount of market share in Sweden is because Volvo. I mean, people in Sweden believe Volvo and Polestar are Swedish brands, and that really depends on your interpretation of being Swedish. But yeah, they still do hire quite a few people in Sweden. So people have the perception that Volvo is Swedish, therefore they still buy a lot of Volvos, and Volvo make a lot of plug-in hybrids. So what were the sales? Who won the market in Sweden? Well, obviously the Model Y did. It didn't just win, it was like the Terminator. Remember when Arnold was in the helicopter and he just started shooting everyone with that massive Gatling gun? It was like that. It was like that's what Tesla did. Tesla Model Y, first place, 2,400 sales. Second place was the ID4 with 972. You can see Tesla nearly 3 times as many deliveries as the second bestseller. Kia EV6 was in third. Good result for Kia, 608. Volvo XC40, 502. In fourth place, Skoda Enyaq, 479. By the way, Skoda says Tesla cars suck. Their cars are way better. They're going to crush Tesla within the next few years. That's what Skoda's CEO has been saying. The dude's he's a character. I'll give him that, and he's confident. I wish him all the best. Tesla Model 3 was next in sixth place with 464 sales, followed by the BMW i4. Yeah, you look at that chart, you can see EVs are dominating. But what I thought was interesting here was the fact that Toyota have a car here now in this top list. So what was it? It was Toyota had the 19th best-selling car in Sweden for the first time ever, I believe. BZ4X had 148 deliveries. 148 people bought a BZ4X instead of an ID4 and a Tesla Model Y. You've got to be hardcore Toyota fan to make that call. Am I missing something? Are they giving these away for free in Sweden? Someone let me know in the comments. France. What happened in France? Well, kind of a similar story. Like I said, diesels are dying. Looking at this chart, holy heck. What's happened to diesels since 2020? Market share is just it's gone down the toilet. So to all those companies that invested billions into diesel engines and pretending diesel engines were clean, remember they called them clean diesels? Whoever came up with that marketing genius, clean diesels that kill people. Brilliant, great idea. Anyhow, best-selling cars in France. Well, first of all, how many cars in France are actually electrified? Well, plug-in result is 27%. That's up from 19.8% last year. So it's about nearly 7.5% growth compared to the same month last year. However, EVs are growing at a faster rate. Fully electric cars were 17.5% of the market in France. Plug-in hybrids 9.4%. And as you can see, plug-in hybrid sales are growing at a slightly slower rate to electric cars. Electric cars have grown by 52% year on year. 52% in France. Imagine if that happened again next year, which it very well could. That would be amazing. Who were the winners in France? Well, Tesla pretty convincingly. Tesla's not normally a convincing winner in France. Things appear to have changed a little bit there. Not sure why that is. First place is the Model Y with 4,334 deliveries. In second place was the Model 3 with 3,966 deliveries. Very surprising numbers for the Model 3 considering the refresh is just around the corner. But that means that Tesla delivered 8,300 cars in France. I believe that's an all-time record for Tesla. Third place was the 500e with 2,781 deliveries, followed by the MG4, 2,511, the only Chinese car, by the way, in the top 20 in France, followed up by the Dacia Spring, which is actually technically a Chinese car, but no one knows it. It's made in China. 2,490 deliveries, followed by the Renault Megane, 2,377. Then the Peugeot E208 with 1,889. A long way behind that was the Kia e-Niro with 885 deliveries. Looking at this list, you can see, very surprising. The French are saying Volkswagen, not too keen. I mean, Volkswagen just shut down production of some of their EVs because they're not selling very well. That's what they said. If you look at this chart here, ID3, only 740 deliveries, followed by the ID4, nearly in last place, 391. So surprising to see Volkswagen's most popular EVs are not real. Well, their demand for them appears to have gone down the toilet in France. I think the price is not that compelling in comparison to the price of Tesla's EVs now in France. Or it could be something else. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Either way, the main takeaway here for me is this. EV sales in Europe are constantly growing, sometimes only by a few percent, sometimes by none. But the trajectory is a constant up, 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 up. My friends, that means this. Air quality is improving. Probably by 2030, we're going to see 40% less pollution in the air. A lot of people say, no. It takes a long time to get rid of gasoline-powered cars on the grid. It's going to take 20, 30 years to get 50% of the cars on the road to be electric. And you hear that sort of stuff. And I've read those kind of comments. Don't read this crap because it's factually wrong. So many people are misled by comments. Experts present themselves in the comment sections with fake facts. Have a look at this share of EVs on the roads now in Norway. Now, EVs in Norway is a relatively new thing, relatively new phenomenon. However, market share of the actual cars on the road has grown at an incredible pace. People are just saying that gasoline-powered car, it's crap. I don't want to drive it anymore. I'll just drive an EV. And actually, the replacement rate is a lot quicker than what people realize, especially quicker than what the so-called experts will tell you. Because usually those so-called experts have a hidden agenda. Fortunately for me, I have no agendas. I get paid by no one. Well, I mean YouTube, but I don't have any real masters to serve as these experts do. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye-bye.